And how much money do you think that people save by quitting smoking?
Tons of money. I did a class for Teledyne back in New Hampshire, and I had one gentleman in my class smoked 4 packs a day, and his wife smoked 2 packs a day.
Wow.
So he went through my class, and he was the most successful. He gave up those 4 packs. I could not believe it. He did so well. He went home and he said to his wife, "You can't smoke in the house anymore. I'm a non-smoker now. You can't smoke in the house anymore." So she went out, and in the dead of winter back in New Hampshire, you don't smoke as much. So she cut down to 1 pack. So they were saving money, 5 packs a day. They were not buying. They were saving money. He took a big mayonnaise jar and put the money aside, and he went out in a couple of weeks, mind you, and bought a guitar and started playing the guitar again.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot. So do you think that the economy has an impact on the number of people that smoke?
You know, I'd love to think that maybe, you know, with the times being harder, people will just do without other things. They will find the money for those cigarettes.
That's what I thought, it would keep a balance.
While they're still addicted, but don't you think that it motivates people sometimes when they're, you know, just like when gas was $4 a gallon and we began to think about how to save, I think it can become a motivator. I could have this or this or this if I was.
Even though it's a dependence and addiction,
Yeah.
I do have to tell you, though, my coworker of mine back east, her father said to me, though, because he came to one of my classes and talked to my soon-to-be non-smokers, and he said that he went out one day with $5 in his pocket, and the kids needed milk, and he stood there in the store with a pack of cigarettes in one hand and the jug of milk in the other, thinking for a minute. It's a powerful, powerful addiction. So.
Do you think more people might start smoking because they're stressed out about money, or?
You know, that's a good point, because I've been thinking about that, but so I don't know. I don't know any statistics about that, but I definitely think that stress can feed it. But you know, when push comes to shove and you're running out of money, you start figuring out where you can save. And if you're going to give up your Starbucks and your croissant, you know, perhaps you'll give up your cigarette. If you can, you know, make the break from your addiction to becoming non-addicted, it's not going to be.
One can only hope.
One can only hope.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know of any people who've actually started smoking because they're stressed out and they never did before, but I do know of quitters who picked it up again because they were so stressed out and they needed a relief, and they did pick it up again.
So it might kind of equal each other out. Some people start smoking more and some people kick the habit. Samantha, many cities are banning outdoor smoking. Is this something that could happen at CSUN?
Yes, currently there's a ban, no smoking in eating areas and no smoking within 30 feet of buildings, but we see that all the time being violated. So Colleges Against Cancer is taking pictures of people who are smoking in those areas, and we're collecting all the cigarette butts on the ground, and we're trying to make an all-campus ban on smoking. And right now we're currently looking into finding a way to have authorities like police officers support it and maybe bring in a revenue from like creating something just like fines, like fining smokers who are violating the bans or ticketing them or something, but we're trying to create a ban.
So what happens right now if someone were to be smoking within the 30 feet or in the eating areas?
I think they are supposed to get in trouble, but nothing's happening. We'll just take their picture and yell at them. We do tell them, hey, you're killing yourself, so.
And how do they react to that?
Sometimes they get mad, but they're like, I'm trying to quit, you know, and we just bug the heck out of them, you know. I mean, in the end, it's their health, it's their choice, and it's not them we hate, it's the smoking,
Right.
so.
And kind of like you said, no one is proud to be a smoker. No one likes it. When you confront them, they shy away.
No one says, oh, I'm so glad that I'm a smoker.
Right.
No, I used to get, it relaxes me. No, it doesn't, honey. Nicotine's a stimulant. I got news for you. It's the inhaling, it's the deep breathing that relaxes you.
The habit.
And the habit, yes. You just happen to be pulling in tons of awful things into your body while you're doing that.
So do you think that having a ban at CSUN would help students quit smoking?
I certainly think it will bring their noses right up against what they're dealing with, because the quitting of smoking it's a process, it's a journey, it's not an event, and it doesn't happen magic wand, snowball effect. It doesn't generally happen overnight. Those few people who are not addictive personalities, lucky them. But so it makes people really face what it is that they've been denying, and I think that that's an important part of it. People can say to themselves, oh, I'm not that addicted, I can stop anytime I want. Well, okay, why don't you do it now? And then they have to face it. So
Right.
I think it's a fabulous idea.
Yay.
Do you think it'll help?
I don't think it'll help like quitters, step by step, but I think it'll definitely protect everyone and help them quit when they are here, because they can't. Just like when California made all the other laws, like you can't smoke inside or in restaurants or in parks. So it'll make a difference.
And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, do you guide them to ways for them to quit?
Yes, we give them resources and lots of pamphlets and ideas and tips and channel them to other counseling, but we have a lot of free services to help
Oh,
them.
great. Because I think that's important.
Yeah,
You don't want to
definitely.
just tell someone that they're doing something awful and then...
Right, we offer them help, and we're not certified at that,
Right.
but we know where you can get it.
And how long do you think it would take to get this ban passed?
We're not sure. We have a club right now, a committee of about 20 people to 30 people, so we're all working on it, but it depends on what we can get passed, and it takes time, maybe around a year or so.
Okay. And why is it that smoking isn't attractive or acceptable like it used to be?
Isn't or is?
Isn't.
Isn't.
It used to be glamorized in movies.
Oh, yeah. But
that is?
unfortunately, I can honestly say it's coming back into movies, which I hate to see. I really hate to see. There was a in 1963, they started putting the warnings on the packs. And then when Everett Koop was our Surgeon General, yes, thank you. He really, really went to town with pushing to get cigarettes, banned from TV and movies, and to take away that glamorous look. So I'm hoping that it will stick, even though it's coming back a little bit into the movies. But yeah, education, definitely.
What do you think?
I was shocked when Pamela told me that she had seen it start to show up in movies, because I'm a movie junkie, and I hadn't noticed that, because I would have thought I would have noticed it. I think that would be the most awful thing in the world.
For it to come back.
I mean, yeah, I think that we need to make sure, now that we've learned that we as citizens have more power and more impact to make changes on the larger scale, because we have the internet, and that's so vastly powerful that allows us to have impact. I think that we can make sure, instead of just sitting and saying it's not okay, getting on and finding out who's doing the work to make sure that it doesn't creep back in.
And if you could give someone who's trying to quit one piece of advice, what would it be?
Come and have hypnotherapy. It'll make it so much easier. That's a good question, and I'm not sure that
Okay.
I think I think you have to come to grips with what it's taking from you, what it's costing you.
Okay.
And once you look at that, then that gives you the motivation to move forward.
Okay. Well, that is actually all we have time for. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kristen Price, and this is On Point.